Alright, here we go. About to get started here. So, alright, so first thing you're going to want to do to make a unique legendary weapon is load some data. We're not going to use anything special in this, we're just going to use the base Fallout. So when this finally loads, Rutro. Oh no, don't do that. Give me a second here. Stop. There we go. Alright, now we got it. Doesn't matter, it takes forever to load anyway. Wait! But wait, there's more! I haven't shut my computer down in about 3 days and I think it's starting to feel it. Well, we can kill that. Alright. So, alright, now next thing. Let's see, what do I want to do? We'll go ahead and, I like messing with shotguns, so we'll go combat shotgun. Alright, so you need a base weapon. You can't create your own, of course. That's beyond the scope of this. So, let's go. My shotgun, okay. Oops. Alright, my combat shotgun. Okay, let's make it automatic. That'll give it a hell of a fire rate. Reduce the weight because why would it weigh that much? 9 projectiles because there's 9 projectiles in 12 gauge buckshot. We'll just leave the damage there. Capacity increase it to 12. Everything else. Alright, now you're gonna find out with shotguns, automatic shotguns are gonna freeze your game or crash your game if you have it at full speed automatic. So what you need to do is reduce that to about 75%. Go lower if you want. I tend to be a nice guy and give you a faster reload speed, 25% faster. And we're not going to make this overpowerful, so we're going to leave everything else pretty much the same. We could give it some fire damage or something, but we're not going to. There's our base item. 115 damage per second. This baby's going to spray out some bullets. Yes, you're going to want to create a new form. Alright, so now I'm going to have to refresh that. Where is it? Okay, let's see, what did I call it? My shotgun. I didn't put combat in there, I see. Alright, so there it is. Don't know how it just lost damage per second, but it did. Whatever. Everything looks good. We don't want to use any enchanting or anything. We could. It's a way to put legendary effects on it, but it doesn't seem to work. Okay, so we're not going to put any scripts on it. We are going to... We could assign it specific mods right here. Actually right here. We're not going to. Instead, we're going to make a leveled list. Leveled lists are under items, level item, new. My shotgun. My shotgun. That works. Whatever, one or the other. All of them, why not? Alright, new item. Filter for your my shotgun. There it is. You have to click on it to make it show up in there. Make sure it's in there. Override the name. We're going to call it my shotgun. How clever of us. Okay, so everything else, just leave the way it is. This is just, this is the only thing in the list. Going to be a shotgun, so that's what you're getting. And now, need a form list. That's under miscellaneous. There it is. Form list. New form list. Move this over here so y'all can see. Alright, so my shotgun. Oh, Jesus, come on, man. So, bat fingering keys has become my favorite thing to do, apparently. Alright. First thing we want to do, we want to put a legendary effect on it. Of course, we want to be looking under the right place for those. Stretch it out. Form type, we're looking for O mods. Okay, make sure you don't get a mod collection. That'll say mod call here. Okay, even under O mods, let's see if there's not one for this. For the legendary, I'll show you under the combat shotgun specific ones. So what I often do here is just throw the explosive bonus on here, but man, that's overpowering. Let's see. Well, we could do incendiary. Might be a little less overpowerful. Alright, and then of course we're gonna go for the combat shotgun specific mods. And anytime you kind of know what you want to look for, but you don't know exactly how they've spaced it or whatever, you can just use asterisk in place as a wild card. Here's the MISC mods that you don't use, and here's mod templates and mod collections that you also won't use. Okay, so we're gonna go with the long ported barrel. We'll go ahead and go with the muzzle brake then. Okay, bayonets. There's my long ported barrel. Alright, you gotta be careful. We've already made the shotgun automatic here, and if we choose the wrong receiver, we can actually override that and make it a standard receiver. I'm not going to put any receiver on there at all. Let's see, I need my sights. There it is, reflex circle. The grippers. Excuse me. There we go, the recoil. Alright, that'll reduce the recoil between the muzzle brake and the recoil stock. Got our reflex circle sight. Scope isn't going to do you any good with a shotgun. Long ported barrel. Yeah, we got it all. Alright, so save that. Alright, next thing you need is a quest. Alright, you're going to go up to character. Over here you have quest. As usual, new quest. My shotgun quest. I love how my shift key sticks. Alright, you don't really need to give it a name or anything. Make sure start game enabled and run once or checked. Alright. Now quest stages, you want a new stage. Give it 10. Come over here to log entry. New log. Leave it blank. Hit OK. There's our quest. Now there's more options now that we've opened it back up. Doesn't really matter. The only one we need is the script. I'm going to add a script. Let's look for custom item quest script. There we go. Alright, so go in there. Your item data, you're going to click on that. Alright, for the ID here. Yeah, you can put anything you want in there. Doesn't really matter. Okay. quest stage, we gave it stage 10. We gotta make sure we told that to run. Okay, so we're setting that at stage 10. Leveled list is gonna be the one we made. Filter for it. We started everything with my. Yeah, that works even better. Whatever, dude. My shotgun. The forms list, choose the one you made. Alright. Reference to spawn in. Okay, so this can be any container. You can set an X marker where to spawn it. You can spawn it on a person. You can spawn it in a workbench. Spawn it in furniture. Pretty much whatever you want. Alright, so what I tend to do is find somewhere in the world that I want to put something. I tend to overload Sanctuary with items that people shouldn't have at the beginning of the game. But hey, what fun is it if you can't one-shot everything until you get to at least level 100? Roughly, I don't know. At first, these types of weapons, they seem overpowerful and everything. Seems like everything's a one-shot kill. But as you progress through the game and go further and further south, you meet badder and badder enemies, and you will end up getting your butt kicked. So the other problem with explosive ammo is you tend to get your own butt kicked firing it too closely to yourself. This could be set to where only the player can use it. And that's a good idea if you're going to make it explosive, because you let one of your settlers get their hands on an explosive gun and things aren't going to end well. People are going to get hurt. Oh, come on, man. They definitely could have made navigating this a little simpler. There we go. How the hell did I get all the way up to the vault? Yeah, good. I believe I just nudged something just to make sure I'll control Z back. So, I've probably discussed this before. There's some misinformation out there that if you click on anything in the game, any static object or whatever, and pretty much everything you see here is a static object, you will break the pre-combines. It's not true. Okay, you can click on pretty much anything you want. Okay, you do have to be careful that you don't nudge it. What I tend to do, it's not that one. Disable a lot of things so you can click on things that you want to click on without clicking on things that you don't. Yeah. Alright. And then go away. There we go. Yeah. Layers. There we go. There's our layers. Alright, make a new layer. My layer. Whatever. Alright, so you go to my layer, make it active. Drop any old thing in the layer. Just for now, let's give it a static. Hell, why not rad stag head? Alright, that'll keep your layer from, I just put 40 things in it. That'll work, whatever. Now that we have that, we'll freeze all other layers. That will keep you from accidentally clicking and nudging anything. See? I can click all over this place and I'm not going to hit anything. Of course, that also means you can't click on something that uses a freaking anchor. And we're back to there. Oh, okay. There's a red house over yonder. A yellow one, whatever. Alright, let's see. Alright, back to our objects. Meet containers. Going to search for, let's see, I know loot, trunk. That should tunk. That'll work. Not Turnk. That's probably just as bad. There we go. Let's, any old trunk will do. I bet you can't guess what it's gonna be. It's gonna be my trunk. Alright. We'll really make it my trunk and tell everybody. Okay, we definitely don't need to give away the... Why is that giving it... That must be the one that the Chinese power or stealth armor's in. Okay, there's our chest. Okay. Okay. Yes. Alright, now where'd our chest go? My trunk. Trunkle, whatever it said. Alright, put it here. I'd rather have it on the floor though. Yeah, close enough. Let's make it a little smaller so it might fit on that shelf right there. Oh, shut up. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and try to explain how to move around in this thing to people. There's plenty of videos on that very topic out there. Or you just do it the way most of us did and get in there and start moving. Yeah. Okay, come on. What else did I select there? So at some point I'll probably do a video on how to deal with pre-combines. You know, because obviously if you're making your own stuff, at some point you're going to want to delete all this junk. All these tree roots and saplings and shrubs and all that stuff. In order to do that, what you're going to do, this ain't about that, I'll do that later, but... Oh, come on. What is your deal, buddy? Okay. Apparently I got this thing in the, off of my layer. Oh, come on. And then for those of us who aren't scared, we just, you know, screw this, man, this is stupid. People put bad information out there, scared the hell out of everybody, so... Oh, I can't click on anything, I can't click on anything. Well, you know what? If you couldn't click on anything without breaking the game, nobody'd be able to make mods. What the actual... Yeah. Speaking of moving stuff you shouldn't be moving. Oh, come on. Oh, now I'm 10 miles above everything. Yes, we love it. All them triggers. Jesus, I'm not doing this. And that's the other problem with the whole freezing all the layers things. You really need an anchor to click on to be able to navigate around. Otherwise, every time you turn, you're going to end up somewhere you don't want to be. Full size, we don't want that. No. There we go. Look at that. Snap to angle. Alright, all that for that. Okay, so reference to spawn in. We're going to spawn it right there in that chest. And the easy way to do that, you can choose your location from here and then pick the reference from, I'll show you. Generally in these things, if you start typing the name of the location you want, or the item, it'll come up, and then we're going to find my trunk. And we're going to do that by typing it. There we go, there it is. So you can do it that way, or pick and reference window, and then you're going to want to double click on your item, make sure it picked the right thing. Looks like two different form IDs to me, but okay, whatever. In fact, I'm almost certain of that. I could be wrong. It's not the first time. Okay. So now, when the player starts the game, they come up to this chest, and this chest is going to have that shotgun in it. We don't just want that shotgun in it, though. We want them to have some ammo to start out with. Right, did I fill out everything there? Oh. Yeah, I did. These here, okay, so this you can use an alias to spawn your item into. Place it me instead would be if you're going to place it on an object without an X marker. You're going to tell it to place it. You're going to check this as true. It's a Boolean. You check it, it makes it true, and it's going to place it at the item, the object, the NPC, whatever, where you told it. It doesn't matter. It'll work with any object, any NPC, any static collection, anything in the game. You say place it me, and it'll place it right there. Another way to do it is to, let's see, spawn in X marker. An X marker, just a plain X marker is used for just about anything. I'm gonna go static, filter for X marker, and then you would pull it over here wherever you want it. I think it just went in that chest, not really where I want it. I don't want it there at all. Come on, man. Alright, try this again. Put it on the table. Resizing it like this makes it hard to read, but man. Oh yeah, that's why. When you turn off your markers, try not to forget. So anyway, instead of clicking on your chest or whatever you were putting it in, you would choose your ref to spawn in. Just like we did with the chest. So you choose your reference to spawn in, your pick and reference window. I'm not going to do it because I already chose what I wanted to spawn it in. And then you'll choose it, double click on your item you wanted to spawn in. So now, let's make sure we've set everything right. Request data, start it Game enabled. Start game enabled. Run once. Stages. Oh, forgot one. Run and start. Alright. Everything should be good now. Save. Well, let's see. Let's call this my shot. Hey, you guessed it. Shotogun. I don't know what language that is, but it sounds Asiatic. My shotgun. Alright, now let's go test her out, see if it spawns right there where 50,000 other things are spawning. I'm gonna have to disable some other mods first so that I don't have conflicts. Yeah, wrong. Oh, I gotta kill some stuff, don't I? Go away. Fucking Windows bullshit. I'm sorry if this is doing what you're on your screen, what it's doing on mine. But like I said, I think it's about time to shut down my computer for a couple hours, let it cool off. This is gonna make this unplayable. Definitely make it unwatchable. Alright. That should be good. I lost my plague shotgun. Hey, I forgot to give him some shotgun ammo. Oh well. Hootie's Blowfish. There's a red house over yonder. Okay. Oops, I broke it. Alright. Oh, looky here. My shotgun. There's all the mods we put on it. Sets the target on fire for 15 points of damage. Automatic receiver. There she is. Of course, we didn't change the model or anything. We could do that. We could edit this one with Blender or NifScope. Mainly you're just going to edit the textures with NifScope, but Blender, well, Blender, we can, for example, alright, well, Blender is a full-featured rendering graphics software, 3D modeling software, or whatever. NifScope makes this even easier. That, say, alright, the bolt right there. Alright, well, I've discussed this before, but if you find a bolt-action shotgun out there, especially one with the action on the left, I'll eat my words, but there's no such thing. And this is an automatic shotgun. It doesn't use a pump or a bolt action. It uses the recoil to eject the shell and load the new one. Alright, but you know, you got the bolt action on the left, ejection on the right, even though the bolt action is always on the same side as the ejection. I mean, what the hell, dude? Tell me you've never seen a firearm before without telling me you've never seen a firearm before. Look at that pump action. That's not going to work. Why do you have the bolt action and the pump action? A bunch of kids that have never touched a gun in their life.
Complaining a bit about the bed situation.
Yeah, they're complaining about the bed situation. I'm complaining about the get out of my way situation. I have a feeling they got plenty of beds. 63 beds, 61 people. There we go. My high speed kicked in. They're pissed. I didn't intend to do this, but hey, it's out of the rain. Alright, let's play with this toy. My shotgun. My shotgun's gonna burn everything. I hope I have some shotgun shells. Survive the assault. Come on. Yep, there they are. Alrighty then. Well, the explosive version definitely does a better job. That'll do, pig. We will rock you then. Defense is a little weapon here. I think I'm on like 4. And by the way, if you don't know, this is called the Settlement Ambush Kit. Okay, I guess I'm level 2. Each round or level round, whatever, they get a little tougher. Let's see, one level, the final stage of that level, the vertebrate comes in with a load of bad ones. That one's pretty fun. The final stage on each level's a little tougher. Gives you usually a power armor laden person and with some badass weapons, maybe a couple of backups. Pisses your settlers off. I don't care. somebody has spawned somewhere. Okay, what happened here? What happened here? That is not supposed to be there. How the hell did they get there? I guess it's just taken upon itself to put buildings wherever. Western Shack. Man, that's... Well, can't lose beds, so find somewhere to put this. It's not right in a frickin' way. Oh, that looks like a... How did they get there, man? I don't even use those plots. That's a plot without a foundation. Yeah, damn it. Okay, why not? I don't need it. Where are they at? Oh, that gunfire. I don't think I fit through there. Nope.
Own a piece of Diamond City history, and then beat people to death with it. Are you a pistol packing mama?
What the hell?
If you are, this song's about you.
I'll trade punches with you. Ouch. Funny how that looks like corn. There's smokers out there. That comes from Better Stores, I believe. 3 different strains, so you can make some virtual joints and do nothing with them, because I will never understand why people want drugs and alcohol in a video game. I'm not gonna go all of it looking for one guy, which is what it always is. Here, boy. There we go. I'm sorry, but that gun. Yeah, that's a gun. This is more or less we just made. And man, it's effective. But not when your settlers get out there fighting, because you'll kill your settlers. Here we go again. I swear I wish these guys wouldn't all dress like raiders. Garvey, you're supposed to be the leader of the Minutemen. Where are you at, man? You got people invading your town and ain't even doing nothing. No wonder you're begging people to be the general of the Minutemen. Oh, we don't do music. Well, where they at? with the hiccups. I don't remember putting some of these buildings here.
I had no choice.
Yeah, you had a choice. You could have let him kill you. I'm pretty sure that's what they expect these days, just to be a victim. They're always arresting the victims for standing up for themselves. How dare you? Ouch! Who needs settlers when you got all this? And apparently they don't fight back anyway. 61 settlers in here, and I think I may have seen 2 or 3 fighting. And that one's a guard and just standing there. Now you pull out your gun now that there's nothing around to fight. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. What's wrong, June? You won't fight back? That's the whiniest person. I don't know who's worse, him or his wife.
What makes you think we're friends?
I didn't. All I did was walk by you, lady. But whatever. Freaking Karen. Seriously, it was just over there. I don't know if y'all can hear that gunfire over here.
Something's out there.
Something's out there. I bet it's a gunner. Codpiece? Okay, so pretty much everything you see here. The ammo heads are not mine. Bronco Outlet's mine, Slocum Joe's mine. Slocum Joe and Robco Outlet are both on the back burner. Completely redone the Slocum Joe and Robco's Outlet. I took it down because the nav mesh was broken. Settlers won't go in there, and I don't know how I broke the nav mesh, but I'll figure it out. I've learned a lot about nav meshing since I made that one. It was one of my early ones. I don't know why I'm even in here. Show it off, I guess. The city plan I haven't released yet. I'm not really happy with it yet. And I'm considering instead of releasing it as a city plan. It's huge, and it's going to take up all of the build space. I have probably added build space to mine 2 or 3 times in order to keep up. Or, I don't know, the other trick is to have a load of weapons on you, drop them and scrap them in the settlement, and then you scrap them, your build limit will increase. But if I take this and just create a non-settlements 2 mod from it, which is easy, all I have to do is import the stack collections. Oh no! Now let me get some. cheap turrets over here. Man, they'll spawn in a wave with, start off with all those pulse mines and then take out all your guns. I don't even know if I'm hitting anything. That's the great thing about it. It's like horseshoes and hand grenades, just get it in the general vicinity. Some spatial sound would be nice. It's always great when you can tell what direction the sound's coming from. Not even gonna bother repairing those anymore. Finale. Lieutenant Dan, you're dead, buddy. Commander Parker, whatever your name is. Crap power armor. Bye. The last one usually comes in a few waves. I don't know if y'all saw Mr. Tidy running around, but I don't bother picking that up because he'll pick it all up for me. One of those really great quality of life mods. Mr. Tidy is what it's called. Gives you basically a Mr. Gutsy that runs around cleaning up the dead bodies and picking up the loot off of them. Yes, I use mods. I use lots of mods. Why? Because I played this game for, let's see, over 2,200 hours, and well, I have played it from every faction's perspective, including the Raiders and the Nuka World content. I beat the game from every faction. I've earned all the achievements many times over. So at some point, the only way to get more replay value out of the game is to mod it. I think before this, the only game I modded quite this much was Grand Theft Auto 5. That game's not even recognizable as the game that you start out with. Rockstar doesn't like you modding their games, but you don't really get a choice. You have a right to mod your games. It's already been before in various courts, and you have the right to modify it. You can't distribute the game, but you can distribute your mods for it. So what Rockstar keeps doing is releasing little tiny updates that do nothing but change the AB, whatever his actual name is, or her, will get tired of updating the script hook. You know, they keep adding all the online content, online, but, you know, people out here don't play online shit. I mean, it's always fun playing an online game and you're just running around doing your thing, trying to earn your you know, your money and your rep points and what have you, and next thing you know, some dude spawns in front of you, he's invincible and has weapons that you've never seen before. And it just wipes you out. Come on, man. And, I don't know, their anti-cheat software leaves much to be desired. They use BattlEye, I think. That's one of those kernel level anti-cheats. And man, that's just really bad. You don't want things running at the kernel level. Especially things that can decide what you can run and not. And I'm not just talking out my nose here. I know what I'm talking about. Look at my bio. Run a quick search for Chaotic J and you'll find me. I know what I'm talking about. I keep going over there knowing that music's there, but one of these Heidi McDudes here somewhere. So, though I had a falling out with the Sim Settlements people, I still can't. All I can do is praise them, man. This is like great stuff. Oops, I forgot to get rid of that. Sim Settlements 2, it has to be the single biggest enhancement for the game. You know, there are paid mods. In fact, I've got mods coming out my ears. Creation Club content, you know, just Joe Blow's content, Nexus stuff, Shaken mod stuff, just whatever, man. And, well, Sim Settlement 2 is better written than almost all of the Creation Club stuff. I mean, check this out.
Hey,
These people have, it's just, wow, most of their voice acting is on point. I got a few things, like I've got a pet peeve about old Jake talking about he was per-using something, and just ridiculous little, I don't know how to pronounce words things, but yeah, whatever. I'm gonna per-use it. Don't know what that means. Is it anything like perusing? But yeah, it's still, you know, overlooked at. I'm a grammar Nazi, as they say. I mean, yeah, but in the end, it really cares. Out on the roof. I will never understand nab meshing everything. In fact, I didn't nab mesh that. That's just the built-in nab mesh. Okay, so if you don't know this, every single workshop item, floors, roofs, whatever, Bethesda goes ahead and nav meshes them. That's why you'll find your settlers crawling around on the roofs. Don't know how they got there, but they're there. Ain't no way for them to get up there. No stairs, no nothing, but they're there. So, I don't know why they nav mesh the roofs, but they do. There I went. Back over to the radio area. Where is this guy? Alright, killed my cows, man! Well, shoot. What are you shooting at? Well, they've pretty much taken out my whole crop here. June, apparently you need to get your stuff ready. I'm not going to go through and individually repair every damn one of those. I think in the future I'm going to completely avoid putting radios in my mods. So, I have that, what's it called? Caliente's Beautiful Bodies CBB, I think it stands for Caliente, is beautiful bodies, hot beautiful bodies, but it's a problem. Supposedly, there are non-nude textures, but I haven't been able to get it to work. So, if you see me avoiding picking up stuff off of female corpses, there's a good reason for that. Now, can we progress to the next level or what? Alright, well. In case you don't know, that command kills all hostiles within the cell. There we go. Sometimes you find these guys spawn underground and you can't kill them any other way than using a not even with a badass explosive shotgun. So got our shotgun made. It's not nowhere near as bad as this one right here. We didn't do a lot of it. Just takes a couple there's a bit of a learning curve for using the creation kit, but there's just thousands upon thousands there. Let's see, okay, so King Gath, K-I-N-G-G-A-T-H, he's the creator of the Sim Settlements stuff and lots more. I believe he's also responsible for Workshop Framework. Workshop, just on and on. He knows his stuff. He's one of the best mod developers out there, in my opinion. Granted, I don't know everybody, but he's got an entire series of videos on. Let's see, he's got some on beginner creation kit stuff, and then progresses through more advanced stuff. And he doesn't just cover stuff for Sim Settlements, he covers just about any type of mod creation, and his videos are pretty useful. He's still putting out new stuff, new Fallout 4 stuff. He's not the only one. I follow at least a couple of dozen Fallout mod creators, and most of them have tutorial content. There's the Creation Club Kit official, and I'll put that link in the description. That's the official documentation for the kit. It's actually seems like it was written for Skyrim, but everything translates to Fallout, with very few exceptions. Yes, they pretty well use the same engine. They did use the same engine. They used the same console commands to do things. It's got the same glitches. And I'm talking about Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That's the only one I played. Not a fan. I got about 10 hours in it and gave out. I don't know. I guess I'm burnt out on that kind of game. Playing that kind of game since I was 10 years old, playing Dungeons and Dragons. Or plasma grenade at a person, or pulse grenade, whatever it was. Mr. Tidy's not picking this up. Just something satisfying about blowing people up with a shotgun. Somebody finally came out to fight. No, you didn't see that. All them body parts. There's a few more. I always get asked, and I better point it out. This is the highlighting is loot detector. Auto loot is loot detector. It doesn't pick up everything. Weapons other than grenades. I use grenades. Some grenades I sell. Some grenades I break down and note as equipment recycler for, I believe the plasma grenades give you nuclear material. That's amusing. I don't know why it does that. Auto pick up weapons out of the water and explode, spread your face. I think they do more than no damage. Laser turrets are offline. Can't one of them is. Yeah, both of them are. Because the spotlight's dead. I guess I haven't done much showing about. There we go. I mean, we made it. We tested it. It works. You know, I'm gonna highlight.
Why don't you leave us alone?
What'd you give me? Oh, crap. Laser guns suck. The Gatling was alright. Crap, power over. Didn't see that either. Alright, Mr. Tidy can get the rest. Well, I'm about done with that. I'm getting bored. I have some other mods I'm working on. I have a tendency to have 6 or 8 projects going at any one time. I'll put a list of mods I have out in the description. Feel free to check them out. Use them, don't use them, whatever. Always open for suggestions. You got an idea for a mod you want to see? Let me know. Building plan for some settlements too? Let me know. You can find me on Nexus Mods. Reach out to me there. And that's that. That's how to make a unique legendary weapon and get it into your game. Try not to make it too powerful. It takes away all the fun. As I say it, as I do. Here's where Mr. Tidy drops off all that crap he's been picking out. He'll get it all eventually. Alright. So I guess I'm going to end that here. There's that. Stay tuned for more. Hit that like, subscribe, whatever. We're not going to talk about the algorithm because it's not about the algorithm. It's about getting paid. The algorithm is some mythical creature or something. The oracle, the algorithm, you know. There it is. Peace out. Y'all take care.